What your education never covered about building wealth. In 2003, one of boxing's biggest earners, a heavyweight champion who had pulled in roughly $300 million throughout his career, found himself completely broke. That single fact raises a profound question about our relationship with money. So much of what drives us day to day revolves around earning more of it, yet very few of us stop to ask, what does money actually represent, and how should we be thinking about it? Reframing what money really is. At its most basic level, money is a mechanism that facilitates the exchange of value between people. But I think that definition barely scratches the surface. A more useful way to think about it: every time you hand over cash for something, you're signaling that whatever you're receiving is worth more to you than the money leaving your pocket. Money, in that sense, is a stand-in for value itself. Why does this framing matter? Because most of us have grown up attaching moral weight to money. We've all heard the idea that wealth is somehow corrupt, or that rich people must have gotten lucky or taken advantage of someone. Equally, many people feel deep shame around not having enough. Both of these emotional reactions keep us stuck. The danger of living on the edge financially. When your expenses eat up nearly everything you earn, you're one unexpected event away from crisis. A job loss, a medical bill, a car breaking down. Any single disruption can collapse your entire financial situation. And the mental toll of living this way is severe. Work stops feeling like a choice. You're no longer building toward anything. You're simply running to stay in place. This is what the rat race actually looks like. It's not just about working long hours. It's about being so financially stretched that your next paycheck or your next purchase always takes priority over your longer-term goals and ambitions. Step 1. Get honest about your spending. The starting point for changing your financial situation is simple but uncomfortable. You need to look clearly at where your money is actually going. Track everything. Categorize your spending across housing, food, transport, subscriptions, entertainment, and anything else that regularly drains your account. The goal is to understand yourself as a consumer before you try to change anything. This step feels harder than it sounds. There's a well-documented psychological tendency to avoid negative financial information, the same reason people avoid opening bank statements or checking their balance. Facing that discomfort is exactly the point. Once you get through it, you can start making real decisions. Ask yourself honestly, are you spending to look like you have money or to actually build it? There's nothing wrong with buying quality things you genuinely want. But if a large portion of your spending is driven by how it looks to others, that pattern is likely one of the key things keeping you in the race. A budget, as unglamorous as it sounds, is one of the most reliably effective tools for breaking out of this cycle. Cutting back isn't the whole answer. Personal finance content tends to focus heavily on reducing consumption, spending less on coffee, cooking at home, avoiding lifestyle inflation. That advice has real value and it works for a lot of people. But here's something worth saying plainly. The people who become genuinely wealthy almost never get there through frugality alone. The prominent voices in personal finance who built 8-figure net worths didn't do it by clipping coupons or driving used cars. They built income-generating assets. The most powerful lever for improving your financial position is increasing what you earn. And the most effective way to do that is to identify a real problem in the market, develop a solution to that problem, and find a way to sell it. That's the underlying model behind almost every significant financial success story. The specific form it takes will depend on your skills, your interests, and the opportunities available to you. But the principle holds across industries and income levels. Bringing it together. The combination of sound personal finance habits and an entrepreneurial approach to income is what tends to create lasting financial freedom, not one or the other in isolation. If you want to go deeper on the spending and mindset side, 2 books worth your time are The Millionaire Next Door and Your Money or Your Life. For the income and business building side, the work of MJ DeMarco offers a perspective that most mainstream finance content doesn't cover. The rat race is real, but it's also escapable. The first step is simply understanding the rules of the game you're playing.